I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now.
And I think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual, and it's like patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Gervonta Davis is, in my opinion, the best fighter alive right now. He is really unique, both in his style and his patience, which makes him one of the most complete fighters of all time. Because of his explosive power, speed, and accuracy, Davis is the most intimidating boxer of our time. He patiently waits for opportunities before delivering devastating knockouts, and his defense, agility, and adaptability make him nearly unstoppable. His unrivaled confidence and killer instinct tank allow him to dominate opponents and continuously prove himself to be the most dangerous fighter in boxing. With his ability to box punch and adjust to any style,
He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love it. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room. So he don't, and that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Teddy Atlas feels that Gervonta Davis is the most complete fighter in boxing today. This makes Davis stand out from other fighters with elite power, speed, defense, and ring IQ tank, which have all the skills necessary to win the sport. When he's moving around, I'm saying that he's the super with that big brass key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door. You're great with the analogies, which I love, kid. He doesn't walk into a room and say, "Oh my God, I shouldn't open that door," as many guys do. He may be one of the old-time janitors and the superintendent in those large buildings. Romero entered that chamber, but Garcia did not. And that is one of the things that sets him apart and characterizes him as one of the most complete fighters of all time.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. He's the top dog. There's no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
There we go. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Rogan. Joe lauds Gervonta Davis for his precision and patience in the ring, emphasizing how he doesn't hurry, but instead waits for the ideal opportunity to hit in the opening rounds. Compared to most top fighters, Davis studies his opponent and waits for an opening before throwing a punch. Rogan also recognizes Davis's catastrophic knockout power from his nuclear option.
The best ones out there is what they don't know gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's the different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the coup. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the coup to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
You're gonna have some music on that bit, ain't it?
Which gives him a great deal of confidence. I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I think that guy is so unusual, his style so unusual. And it's like patience, yes, yeah, the Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician, he's great Mexican style like, but he's also a technician. And that fight was very close before a tank stopped him. Yeah, but he has that.
Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning, I might run at night. It all depends what fits you, like, I'll run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home. That's it. Like I don't go nowhere.
Power that can end it. Well, he finds these openings and he sees them, but he doesn't go after him right. Away he waits for the right time. He's so patient, right? Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he's like at a world champions that are competing today at the highest level.
Frank was on stage. He said, "I'm going to beat Tank's ass." What's your response to that?
A lot of them said that. A lot of them said that, and I want him to have that attitude because, again, I know what's under the hood with him. He's forward built tough.
Some people just go away and be.
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night, It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home.
He probably has the lowest punch count in the early rounds. Yeah, because he's just weight. But he also knows he's got that nuclear option.
Hey, get over there! Whoa!
Ah, damn!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That if he can underscore, crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence in that. But the thing is, can you rely on that? You know what I mean? Because at the end, you know that a Pito Cruz fight is like that was very close. Pull Cruz, a tough guy Mexican, just staying in the pocket with him. You know what I mean? So it's like a Deontay Wilder thing where it's like you're just waiting on that one punch. But it's like you can't lose every round up to that.
2 questions. Who's the face of boxing according to Oscar De La Hoya?
No, look, I mean, Canelo proved filling in 50,000 seats, and he proved that he's the big dog. I mean, Gervonta's right there too. He's like knocking on the door, but it's right there, Gervonta Canelo, man. But if you take a look at Canelo's last performance, it's like Gervonta's kind of creeping up on him. So I mean, we have to speak the truth, man, and say, look, I mean, I think one more fight. I think Gervonta's maybe one more fight away from being the top dog, but it all depends on Canelo, how he looks on his next fight.
My last question of the day. You mentioned a Gervonta Davis rematch. What would be different in the rematch? I know you said it's going to sell $4 million. I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, and with my expertise, that fight shouldn't take place within.
Even though, I mean, right, yeah, it's interesting, right? Like, you don't know whether someone's ever going to be able to figure that out or whether or not he's just going to keep cracking people, so. It's part of the fun of watching it. I've talked to a lot of real boxing purists. Like, you can't rely on that style. He's got to be busier. When he gets the best guys, it's not going to work out like what we'll see Mike Tyson has given Jaron Tank high marks.
What I like about Tank is that Tank is a better aggressive fighter than Crawford. He has everything Crawford has. He can box a fighter coming after him. He can go after you, and he can just box you. He got all the things Crawford has. He knocks everybody out just like Crawford. Except for, I think Gervonta's chin is slightly better. And I think Gervonta is aggressive better. And it's funny because when Terrence Crawford goes out there, he's going to beat you athletic. He's going to be like, bam, 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 bam. But there's a certain poise that Gervonta has that I'm like, that is super special. And he has that Floyd Mayweather poise where he can not be doing much, but he's beating you. That poise. I'm like, listen, approaching the fight, Gervonta Tank Davis approaches the fight better than everyone in the world.
Many people perceive similarities between Davis and Tyson, and Davis calls him the best fighter alive today. Both fighters are capable of devastating knockouts. Like Tyson in his peak, Davis's unrelenting aggression.
Gervonta Tank Davis, champion 130, 135. Mario Vargas, the champion 140. You know Mario, San Antonio tall, 25-0, 17 knockouts. Tank 24-0, 23 knockouts. What do you think?
Man, Tank, man, is a great fighter, man. When he trains, he's an animal. He's fucking beast. He's one of my favorite fighters, too. I will have to go with Tank, man. like I said, if he has a good preparation, he's a monster. He's a little Mike Tyson, man. He's a beast, if he trains. Now, if he doesn't train, he doesn't look like when he fought. Yeah, but everybody says that. But when he fought Gamboa, he didn't look that good,
He looked great against me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that no, that's what I'm saying. When he trains, bro, he looks super, man. He looks super good, But hopefully he takes things serious, and I think he'll look spectacular again.
How does your top 5 pound for pound look like in the boxing right now? Who do you have 1 through 5?
Man, that's gonna be pound for pound. I would say I would put Canelo in there pound for pound. Then I would put Terrence Crawford second. Then I would probably put I don't know, a third, man. It's a little bit hard right there, but I would put Earl Spence in there. It's in between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. So that's 3 right there. I would put maybe 4. I would put Teofimo Lopez. And 5th, I don't even know who to put 5th, to be honest.
You could put Tank, you could put Sarno, you could put your son, you could put...
I would put David, pound for pound, number 1.
He's a monster. So tell everybody where to follow you, Jose.
They can follow us at Jose Benavides Sr., Benavides Sports, Team Benavides, and Benavides 300.